Alright, so the Switch 2's been out for about a week. I actually got mine at the midnight launch. I was lucky enough to be able to get in line and get one. But the point of this video is for those who have a Switch 2 and they're looking for some of the best first accessories to buy for it. After having it for about a week, I can say with confidence that a lot of these things will greatly improve your experience with your Switch 2. I'm sure all of you have seen the post online by now about the plastic film on the Switch 2 screen. The Switch OLED actually had this exact same film, but not a lot of people talked about it for whatever reason, but now it's a super big deal, or people are making it seem like that. So the display has a plastic film on it that is non-removable, and the purpose of this is to keep the screen from shattering all over the place. Now the issue with this film is that it is a plastic film, so your screen will scratch to absolutely nothing. Like, if you took something that's a hard plastic, like maybe these Joy-Con rails, you could probably scratch the display with it. Go ahead and get yourself a set of screen protectors. This is just a random brand. I have no idea what this brand is. It was just the first thing I saw on Amazon and I clicked it. This was a 4-pack. Edge to edge, even over the black bezels. And screen protector brand really doesn't matter. The main reason I got it was to keep it from getting these little scratches along the bezel whenever you dock and undock it a lot, because my Switch 1 did end up having those little scratches on the black bezel. So I just want to preface this by saying I bought this with my own money. I'm not prejudiced against JSO or anything like that. I actually have a carrying case that's their brand for my Switch 2, and I have a case for my Steam Deck that's their brand. However, this case is just not it. So this is the first case that I bought for my Switch 2, which arrived before the launch day because I was excited to have a case and put it on the second I got it. The main problem with this JSO case, which is the ergonomic battle armor case, the controllers are not removable while the case is on, which, you know, some people can get around that, whatever. Just use your system in handheld mode. This isn't a bad case, but it gets worse. Obviously, the kickstand is inaccessible, so no kickstand, no wireless controllers because the controllers come off sideways, and then this case does not fit in your dock. For me, this was a deal breaker because obviously the system only comes with one charger. So you'd either have to unplug the charger from the dock to charge the system or remove the case to dock it. So it was just really, really terrible that you'd have to take the case off constantly. But this is the Rugged Hybrid Protective Case by Mumba. Doesn't really have it spelled out, it's just MBA, but the brand is Mumba. Doesn't work. The Switch 2 with this Mumba case on, system and all, not just the case, it fits in the dock with plenty of room to spare. It's not a tight fit. It doesn't feel like you're going to break the dock or the system. It's actually probably one of the best dockable cases that I've tried. I did have a dockable case for my Switch 1, and you'd have to like jam it into the dock. I was not a fan of it, but I have the screen protector and this case, and screen protector obviously adds a little bit of thickness, but even with both of those things on, it still effortlessly goes in and out of the dock. So you can keep scratches off the back of your system and the front. So I'm a really big fan of this Mumba case, because as I mentioned, the system only comes with one charger, so if you wanted to charge it with this JSO case, you'd either have to unplug the charger from the dock, or you'd have to remove the case to put the system in the dock. So this kind of solves that issue of you can play handheld and then just go back to your dock and then dock it to charge it. So much easier, you know, huge quality of life improvements with this Mumba case. And on top of that, you can actually remove the Joy-Con with the case on. So as you can see, you have full coverage along the back, even with these little grips. Kind of grab it at one of these corners and peel the case back, and then you can reach around and press your release button and take your controller off. That way, if you want to use mouse mode or do any of those things, you can do that. And then you just go ahead and snap your Joy-Con back on and close the case back. In my mind, this is almost the perfect Switch 2 case. The only thing that it is missing is kickstand support, which I'm sure there are cases that are dockable with removable controllers with kickstand support, but this one was pretty reasonably priced. I think it was maybe $20. So if you guys see a case like what I just described, drop a comment, let me know. So the appeal with this JSO carrying case is that it has enough space to fit any case that has grips on it. So even this fully dockable case has these small grips on it. It fits in with plenty of room to spare. Then you've got 5 game card slots here. You've got 10 more game card slots. A lack of kickstand access on this case isn't that big of a deal because this case has a sort of kickstand built into it. That way you can place it, take your Joy-Con off, and play with your friends like that. But the main appeal to this case is that it's extra thick so you can fit those cases with grips. It's actually probably designed for JSO's own case, but other cases, even this dockable Mamba case worked just fine. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share the accessories that I was using with my Switch 2 personally. But that's all I got for now. I'm out. Peace.